What is that on your face?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
What's up? What's up? Live from Costa Rica, chilling in the place to be, paradise. This is this is Young Black Expats here, Mitch and Donna, and we also have our other half over there, Smokey and Latanya.
Hey.
You will see the.
Yeah, baby.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, he's getting ready.
It made a little bit of difference.
Yep.
We can see the difference.
Yep.
What did it make a little? Yes.
It made a little difference. You know.
oh.
Every little thing.
Underwater.
So we're here, and we've been starting we've been hosting these live expat chats, and one of the reasons that we really started doing it is because we started getting so many questions, whether it was YouTube, Facebook, our website. We just started getting so many questions, and they really just started becoming redundant, where we found ourselves asking the same exact questions all the time. And so what we decided to do was, just go live and answer questions, get live people. And then we decided to, start featuring other people. So we definitely have some guests today that we are really excited for everyone to meet. And we also had a really, really good question over this last week that I wanted to answer live because the question was
really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
And I know
you'll like this one.
And I know that Smokey and Latanya will really, be able to time in.
Because I like this one.
Mitch ready.
Do we need a drum roll? We need a drum roll.
Somebody do the
Where's the drum roll? We need a sound effect.
Yep.
Okay, so a young lady, Omika, she says, greetings. I help people of color move off the grid, especially the white grid in America. I show them how to become 100% self-sustainable. I was doing some research and I see that Costa Ricans consider themselves 94% white. They look like fair and dark-skinned Latinos, not white. I also found out that Latin America considers themselves white. Also, whites consider all Arabs as white. What is all of this about? Is this the only way whites can get their numbers up? Is this true? Do most Costa Ricans consider themselves white? Just curious. Woo. I know people of color make up 90% of the global population. Thank you.
Yes.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. That's how we're gonna answer that one. Boom.
Well, that's loaded. That's why we have a special guest that's going to come on that can really go into the history of that at the top of the year. But I think that question addresses two issues. There is Latin America that identifies more with the white. That's a Latin America problem. And I don't know that it's necessarily something that they chose or the same problem that the black man and so-called black man and woman in America have, where they don't know their damn identity. So, I don't know. I think that it's been a systemic program that many of them have accepted in Latin America, because this is a Mexico problem. This is a Puerto Rican issue. This is a Brazilian issue. You have the divide between the ones who are light and would rather be identified as Latin. And then you have the ones who are darker hue who would rather be identified as Afro-Latino. And that's when you start getting into a more political conversation. So I'm just aware of that only because I have friends who are Puerto Rican and Dominican who've broken it down to me from their point of view and explained it to me years ago. But Costa Rica, now that's a whole nother topic. You want
to? Where do I stand on this?
From what you know about history.
What I know about the history of the actual Anglo-Saxon, the Caucasian being, it could get too deep. And now I want to save that for a specific, go around, because it's political, but the history shows we know who came here. We're not tripping, but we got to know that we all here together.
Exactly.
We all here together. We've intermingled, and all these labels we stapled on ourselves, calling out. We got to subscribe to it. It's kind of nonsense. We spiritual people on a spiritual path, and these things are just the construct to hold us back.
Exactly.
So I don't subscribe to a lot of that stuff.
Exactly.
We were in fellowship with Ticos a few months ago, and they really broke down to us a phenomena that's in Costa Rica, where the Black or the Afro Latina, they actually don't know, they don't even identify as Black. That's one issue. And then also the former politician that we sat with explained to us that their Census Bureau goes out and completes the form on their behalf and mislabels them. Like in the US, we fill out our own census form.
Right.
Whereas they have people that come around, and if they're passive about it, the worker will check their nationality off as something totally different, and that it's for political reasons. It's also for religious reasons.
Exactly.
So what we read may not be all 100% factual. Mitchell and Donna, I just found we got corrected by the historian recently when we were saying that Costa Rica didn't have slavery.
Exactly.
It's not true.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. That's good. We were speaking with a guy from Limon, and he said the goalie from Costa Rica
That played football.
He played in Spain, and he was a fair-skinned Costa Rican. I mean, well, actually, melanated.
He was melanated.
But
he's always considered himself white. He thought he was white.
Exactly. So when he went to Spain, he was confronted by racism, and it really bothered him.
Right.
Because he thought that he was the same status as the Europeans, So when he got there, it was like a reality check. So I think, like you said, I think it's mostly about, political reasons, financial reasons, and a lot of things of that nature.
I think that's what makes it a little bit different from the way that it is in the United States, because it's not necessary. It is color racism in the United States, but here there is racism, but it's looked at a little bit differently, even though, it's just different. And I think that has a lot to play on it. But we will dive into that. Like you said, we're going to have another guest on the show who is well versed in all of those things, where we can really get that question answered. So thank everybody for their opinion.
Yes, and great question.
Yeah, I think that's a really good question, because
it was a good question. That person, whoever that person was, if you were watching the show, you're a really good researcher, because to really look into that, it's like, you're looking at what matters. And a lot of people, they come over here and they get surprised. We were kind of surprised, even though I did look it up. I didn't go into the stats like that. So that's good stuff.
That is.
And so with that, we're going to go ahead and introduce our guest for today. This will be our last recording for the year. Next week is bless you. Next week is New Year. What is
Christmas?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And then the following week is. Did I say next year?
Well, this year, the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next week is New Year's Eve, and the following week is what I'm trying
Christmas
to say.
and then New Year's.
Thank you, because I'll be on that sentence for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You was working it.
I know.
we go. We're going to introduce our guests, sisters overseas. We have April and Cassandra, or Cassandra. Bless you.
It looks like their camera isn't working. So, ladies, if you all do you have a camera? We can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me? I have a camera. I'm real late to the webcam game. So I'm trying to make it work. Meanwhile, I have you guys on my phone.
Yeah.
Fired I am. Is what's happening.
Blab doesn't work that great by the phone. It has some limited capacity because it's still in beta mode. So so you may have to put on headphones so that we don't hear the echo when you talk, because you just came in like auto talk.
Really echoey? Okay, stand by. Wait, rookie fail.
We're just glad to have you on to give your expertise and your experience, and so we'll stand by. Smokey and Latanya, do you have anything that you want to add while we're waiting? Smoke dog.
Smokes.
What do I like to add? This channel is about experiences, and this channel is about what we learn throughout our travels. We're gonna all have different opinions. We're gonna have different backgrounds. We all come from different places.
Absolutely.
So I really like this being open forum, not formal, just real casual, and talking about where we've been and what we've been through. Now, somebody may not never experience what we talking about.
I agree.
So I'm still gonna live it out to the fullest because it feels good to me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be nobody preacher, savior, show you everything. Look, I'm doing my thing, and if I can help you, I will.
That's right.
Smokey, I really love that you said that because when you start putting yourself out there on videos, people always come back with an opinion. Not people always, but you have your few people who play the troll role. And so, we have a couple trolls on YouTube, and exactly.
We got some trolls.
And so I always need to say, this is from our point of view. It might not be your point of view.
Yeah.
And if you have a different point of view, start your own channel and voice your point of view. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're not here for everybody to agree with us. We're here to say what our experience was.
That's it.
And no, we may not have made the best decision on everything. Like we spent a bunch of money to bring our luggage over. To us, that was a good decision.
Yeah.
But for someone else, they may have decided to use a carton or crate, or they may have decided to sell everything and just start from scratch here.
Exactly.
So each person, whatever fits your thing, that's going to be
that's
how you
that's your
approach it. That's your
Yep.
experience. And so
we're not just that's why we are bringing in other perspectives from the nomad community.
Exactly.
Because we're not saying that our perspective. But the questions that they get, they're asking us. They're not asking the troll.
Exactly. My point. Exactly.
So
we have a young lady who's moving here. Her name is Grace. She's trying to call in as SOS Sisters Overseas is getting
prepared.
We're gonna bring on.
Yes.
We can definitely see you better, but we can't
hear
see
me better now. I know, this is ridiculous. All right, I'm still working. Well, while I'm trying to find my camera, I just wanted to chime in real quick about the topic about the brown people in Latin and South America and their identity. It's interesting that I was having a conversation about light skin versus dark skin with one of my Indian friends, and she was making the comment about babies being born people asking, well, is the baby fair? And I had to give her like the Hotep speech real quick about, that's just a white man trying to keep you all divided. And she's like, I know. And I think sometimes, particularly as Black people in America, we take that on like that's something unique to us. And that's not. That has happened wherever people were colonized and divided. And so it's Latin America, it's South America, it's India, it's Pakistan, it's the Middle East, it's wherever people have gone and been colonized. And I think one thing that we have to do as Black Americans is separate ourselves from the idea that that is some kind of internal flaw that we have, that we do that because something's wrong with us, which is not.
I like the way you said that.
It's not,
It's not a flaw.
They just.
It's not a flaw. And I think we go, if we weren't divided among ourselves, well, some of that is not our, some of that's not our.
Exactly.
That's not us.
I think the more melanated you are, the
people.
more heat that you're taking on. So I think that a lot of people don't want to take on that heat. Yeah, they don't want that heat. So they'd rather, when the big bully bullies you, you want to be the bully's friend. So you try to distance yourself away from the person who's getting bullied. So that's what I think they're doing in a lot of countries. They're just getting that heat off of them.
Oh, definitely. Because, it's not fun to have to defend why someone who looks like you is on the news and why someone who looks like you is getting arrested or why someone who looks like you is blowing up buildings or any of that. None of that is pleasant.
They don't want to be in our shoes. That's
well,
it.
We say this all the time too, that there's different types of expats, right? Like there's the expat or the nomad who, and I can't speak for the one who's jumping from, who's moving from country to country, like that. But for those who settle, most people have different reasons, and even Miss Janetta was telling us that a lot of times people are running from something. They're running from something in their lives. And so I use that example because in the broader expat community, Costa Rica community, a question came up. And this former police officer posted in there, hey, does Costa Rica have a whole lot of Muslims or have they had any bombings? Because I want to get as far away from Muslims as possible. Wait, but they tore him a new ass in there, and it was his own people, and it was beautiful to watch because Anglo-Saxons called him all kind of bigots, racists, and checked him, and of course they can be sarcastic, so they were very sarcastic to say, yes, it's Muslims everywhere. Please don't come over here. You won't like it. Stay where you are. So while we're having this discussion, there are these what do you call those people who are getting ready for survival time? Preppers. There are preppers who relocate, and they're trying to get away from what they see happening in America, and they're bringing a different energy, which they're racist. So
that's good. Okay.
Sisters overseas, are you ready for us?
You know what? I'm failing miserably at this video. This is what I get for using my work computer. So I think we're just gonna have to go with the audio while I sit here and play with it.
Have you gone through settings to connect your camera? Your camera may just be off.
I've been in the control panel. I've been in devices and printers. Let's try.
Yeah, go to camera.
Okay, so no problem. So as you're looking for that, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, and I know that Chandra is exactly because it's a group of you.
Trying to get on as well.
Tell me, who are Sisters Overseas? Who are you? How did it start? And things of that nature.
Sure. I'm April, and we're a collective. So it's me, Chandra, Keisha, and Cassandra. And basically, in 2012, Keisha and I went on vacation. And of course, after you have a vacation, you have all these wonderful ideas because you've had some rest. And the idea was, let's just take some of the knowledge we have from being expats and from generally enjoying travel and not seeing a lot of people who look like us enjoying travel. And let's do something about
sound,
it.
though.
And Keisha's out in La La Land,
How do I make the sound happen again?
Los Angeles, and so
Wait,
the idea came to us.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to make the volume.
Wait.
I can't hear you guys anymore because I was going back and forth. So
Wait.
yeah. Any ideas on how
Wait a
I
minute,
actually
honey.
can make
You
the
put
volume pop
yourself
up again?
on mute.
I have no idea. I'm sorry. It's a new app. I'm not particularly sure. It's a lot going on around me, guys. Don't mind me. Yes, I'm using that there.
Okay, she can come back. Grace, if you're listening, you have to come on mute. You can't come on talking because your colleague was talking.
Not a problem. So anyway, so we're a collective. So Keisha and I have been friends since middle school. Keisha knows Chandra, and then Keisha met Cassandra, and we decided we would combine our talents and really try to just push the idea that we don't want to be the only people that we see that look like us out when we're out and about. And so we got on Twitter and we're on Instagram. We've got email, and we've just been out here trying to push the message that everyone should do it because it's worth it. Just get out of your neighborhood, get out of your zone, get out of this country, and don't let these people fool you. There are more of us out here in the world who just are ready to do stuff and see stuff and forget the new Jordans and get a new experience. Actually, Keisha's based in Los Angeles. Chandra lives in Atlanta. I'm based in DC, but actually tonight I'm actually in New York for work because I travel for my day job a lot. So I'm live and direct from Harlem tonight. I did, the funny story is Keisha went to Japan first. We had both finished college. We were like 2-3 years out on that whole, what am I going to do with my life? And she was really interested in Japanese history and culture, so she went over there to go become fluent in Japanese. I had just dropped out of grad school for the first time and was like, what am I going to do with my life? It was my quarter-life crisis. She said, come over here. And I said, okay, great. Hopped on the plane, left. Had never been to Japan, didn't speak a lick of Japanese, didn't have a clue. I just got one of those jobs teaching English and was out. So while I was there, I was able to see a bunch of Asia. Keisha stayed in Japan for 5 or 6 years and then went to Korea. I came back to the States after a year, but since then I did a mission in Guatemala. I did a month in Brazil, and I just like to go places that are warm and sunny with brown people for vacation. Chandra's an actual travel agent and world traveler. The funny part is Cassandra, who we consider our creative director, proofreader, editor, wordsmith, is the only one of us who has actually never left the country. So our mission is to get famous and get her on.
Nice.
Out of here.
That is great.
So are you a membership organization or do you blog? How is your services?
Right now, we're just sort of kind of getting really in the thick of things. So we post on Twitter. We have an Instagram. We now have an email address so people can reach us so that if they've got questions, that we can offer like consulting services. We're starting our podcast first quarter 2016. And we're just going to get out to the people, probably a YouTube channel, just to get,
nice.
We just want to get the service out. We just want to be helpful.
With that.
Yeah, this
It's
webcam
because
thing,
you're on your phone.
good
Don't
grief.
charge it to the game, the beta game. It's beta.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm on the laptop, and I just can't even find where. Yeah, where to connect the camera. The light camera is on, but I don't, like nothing's happening. And I bet you this is something really simple and like right in my face.
What kind of questions do you get?
You know, we were just talking about this. Most of the people we talk to are generally like friends and family. Because when you're a Black person and you say something like, "Yeah, I lived in Japan," people are like, "What?" And the very first question, and I know you guys get this. Well, what did you eat?
Especially
food.
Oh my God.
What do you? You know, food. And then it becomes, well, what did you do? I went to Starbucks. Like, I went to work. I went to Starbucks. I ate food. I met people. Where did you sleep? In a bed. Like, you know, in bed. It's so fascinating. The kind of questions that, and people just don't know. And then they go, well, weren't you scared? Scared of what?
Exactly.
You know,
That's
nothing.
Yep.
People are just people. But what did you eat came up a lot. And I tell them,
was it because you lived in Asia they brought that up? Because people, you know, asked us, why would you move to Central America?
They always
What's
ask
there?
us, "Are you in the military?"
Yeah.
Like, there's no military here, so no. You know.
Or like, why would you do something like that?
Right. Yeah, yes, that is the question. But why would you do that? Well, why? And my answer is always, well, why not? I mean, like at the time, I had nothing else to do. I had just dropped out of grad school. I felt like a failure. So, like I was like, what else am I going to do? Like go work, you know, some regular 9 to 5. I got the rest of my life to do that. You know?
Now I noticed that on your tweets, you do hashtag travel rookie. What is travel rookie?
So travel rookie is our idea of our target audience, so to speak. So the travel rookie is the person at the airport who is standing in 2 or 3 lines at a time because they're not sure which way to go. They got the randomly selected for pre-check and they're trying to take off their shoes. They're the person who says, well, and my father said this to me, do I still have to go to the airport the day before to pick up my ticket? And I was like, no, that's done. Yeah, old school. If your last flight was Pan Am, you're probably a travel rookie. You know, this is not your thing. So, and we have, and it can be anybody. We have friends, college educated professional people who just never left the country. They don't know where to start. They don't have a passport. They just don't know how you would even start the process. So that's kind of our goal. When you watch TV, it's like lifestyles of the rich and famous, or they've got some dude in the Himalayas and he's like, oh, isn't this beautiful? It's great. But what you don't ever really talk about or see is how that person got there. How do you get a passport? Where do you get your photo? How much does it cost? How long does it take? And I just think, we just want to kind of
that is great.
Get people to the process because we all need to be out here.
I say we do. We all need to take the process of look at the fiction real quick and pay attention to the things that we have been signing. It's easy to get these things done. A lot of these questions that they ask, Google can easily respond.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
For real. Yep. I mean, we the technicians, but we make it look easy.
Exactly. YouTube can't.
Yeah.
I just think that's really good that you're giving them the fundamentals on how to travel. That's excellent because it's not that hard. Like Smokey said, it's really easy to do, but most people they think that it's so hard, and I really thank you for like giving them steps in order to know to go ahead and travel. That's what's up.
Yeah, because I think it can be intimidating. I think because again, we only ever see like the end result, and we never take the time to kind of figure out how. I just don't think you just don't know where to start. Especially if you've never done it. you know, and that's the other part of it too, trying to kind of break, like you guys got that adorable baby, you know, getting her started young, getting her started young, you know. My mom, you know, didn't start traveling really abroad until she retired, you know, and she said it, you know, my whole life I've just lived in this neighborhood, you know, and we kind of passed that down to the kids who were like, this is my hood. I don't got to leave here.
My whole life.
You know what? There's a hood everywhere. You'll be all right. You know what's funny though? And this is the one thing I always like, you know, I listen to a lot of hip hop and you hear a lot of the rappers talk about, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to get that overseas money. And it's like, yeah, do that. You know why? Because you're influenced worldwide.
It's all, you know, the grass can be green on the other side.
Do it.
You know, but I think that the programming let a lot of people stay in their box. The mental programming and the he say, she say, and what someone else programs in your mind. You know, I think for all the people who want to travel, go ahead and travel. Because as long as the internet is everywhere, you know, it's just like home, really. In all the
absolutely.
Exactly. Or like I tell people, you know, you don't have to get like me. Like you don't have to get up and leave the country for an extended period of time. You know, you can take a 4-day cruise down to Mexico. It's real easy. How about this? Just go to Canada. Try that. Just kind of see how that feels. Yeah, you know, just see how money exchanges.
How about they ask the phone something intelligent? Like, ask the phone how to get my ass out of this position.
What's their name, man? I know several names.
Yes, a lot of it's thousands.
And another travel rookie question that I was saying that people were putting some travel rookie statements over there in the comments. Another one is, people really think that US dollar is all over international. They can't even imagine that there is pesos,
oh my gosh,
yen,
rand, you know, naira. Like, are you serious? You just think the US dollar is the only dollar in the
euro?
Euro, right? Yen, everything. And it's funny, and that's one of the things too. When I go overseas, I try to bring back a little bit of money. Just you know, a dollar or two, the equivalent, and you know, I like to just show it to like my little cousins and stuff. Yeah. Like, here, look, feel it, touch it. This is what it's like in other places. You know, there's a whole world out here.
Yes, we do.
And we just have to go see it.
We're just talking about that.
Well, the good news is that there is a movement happening, but sometimes I do, because, you know, I don't know if you all thought about this, because you said you all just started, but it's a question I'm definitely going to start asking, because this online venue, it has its pluses, but my husband said we make it look easy, and so you see there's a lot of us. It's a movement happening, and I wonder if sometimes the movement should stay a little silent, because there's a lot of things happening abroad right now with policy that's changing, and the truth is that our government doesn't really want us to think outside of the box. And when you start talking to expats from all over the world, Smokey and I just sat down with people from Poland and London, and they had a different mindset. They don't even think like the average Anglo-Saxon. And so when you start traveling, you're like, oh, you know about that? Oh, really? They know more about the Black man and woman and who we are than we do. Number one, they know about the Federal Reserve. The conversations go deep, I'm noticing that with expats, it's a phenomenal exchange of an intellectual capital.
And that's so true.
I just told me everything opposite than wanting a housewife.
please.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Hey, what happened?
I took her off
Yeah.
because she was talking.
Okay. You're right, because our next door neighbor.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Okay, I'm talking loud. I'm sorry. Hi. Hello.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Hi, Donna.
Hey.
Hi, everybody else.
Grace,
Hey.
Yes.
hold on just a second. I just
No problem.
because somebody was in the middle of the conversation. So if you can mute yourself over there.
Okay.
I'll
Sure.
open it. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So was you saying something?
Oh yeah. So our next door neighbor is from Sweden, and she has a whole lot of deep conversations. When we speak to her. So that's exactly right, Latanya.
Mhm.
That's exactly right. They know a lot. A lot of expats here is on more of some type of peaceful frequency. So
Yeah.
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 I think it shows the difference between what we as Americans are taught about our culture versus what the outside world gets about our culture and what they have the ability to actually research on their own versus being kind of spoon-fed through our 12 years of mandatory education. It's a outsider perspective, and a lot of times it is. They know more about the Federal Reserve, all of our history. And this is the one thing I thought that I did not know until I went overseas, that a lot of what's taught in American history in a lot of countries abroad, and maybe you guys can speak to this too, is the civil rights struggle for us, because that movement of bondage and freedom is worldwide. And so that particular piece of American history is emphasized because it is a definitive bondage to struggle to freedom movement that a lot of people can relate with in every country, because every people has had a bondage, struggle, freedom movement. And so somebody actually told me that. I think I was in Malaysia or Singapore, and someone was like, we really study that and we admire you guys. And I was just like, oh, wow.
Good.
Like
Yep.
it was a moment. Like it was a moment. And some of these kids, they need to know that stuff.
I met a woman this weekend who was traveling with her baby. The baby may have been about 3 or 4, and she was from Poland, and it was really cool. And she had been traveling for a year, and I was just giving her kudos because she's totally removed the whole excuse factor of, I need to have my kids in school. Then we also met a couple who had just relocated, and they have 3 kids, and they totally homeschool. Those children are going to have a different perspective of themselves and of the world and of people than the child that has been in 4 walls. Because when you travel, you're constantly being educated. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's absolutely true.
Oh, for sure.
And the world and a lot of people are doing more homeschool, especially I was looking at Black homeschoolers, and percentage of enrollees of learning how to homeschool their children. I think it was like 56% or 76% of people now are interested in taking their children out of the westernized school system and teaching them, reversing the lie that was taught to us and teaching them the correct way. And so we have a new type of child that is coming in that is learning what we did not get to learn or learn incorrectly. And we're relearning where they're going to be born knowing the truth.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that education is invaluable. Just to have a perspective on, it helps with their empathy as well. Once you get out of the country, and you don't have to worry about how you're going to interact with them or those people. Everyone just becomes a person or a family, or the family next to us, or the person next to us. We don't have to we don't have to start with the labels and, you know, we don't have to go crazy with the whole, you know, I don't see color, you know, we don't have to do that. That's dumb. But, but we, you know, but you can see people as they are because you understand that they're not that fundamentally different.
Now, what I wanted to
They just operate in a different program. That's all.
Yep.
Now, what I wanted to do, because we have less than 20 minutes, I wanted to bring Grace on. She has made her plans to move to Costa Rica on February the 9th. And what I wanted to do was just kind of have you on, you know, what made you decide to move to Costa Rica and your mindset, and give us a little bit about yourself.
I can talk now. Hi. What was I saying? Okay, well, I decided to move to Costa Rica. One, for me, it was mostly you guys can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why I chose to leave, well, you want to know something? The funny thing about it is I had made a decision, and it's a decision that has been weighing on me for a while. And then I sat down in the house one day and I just kept, I said to myself, I figured that I wanted to leave the country. That was the thing. I kept saying it out loud. You know, when you say something out loud all the time, eventually what you keep on putting out there is going to come right back full circle to you.
Yeah.
But I was saying it unconsciously, but out loud still. So then a cousin of mine said to me, girl, she just hit me up one morning. She said to me, listen, hey, lady, what's going on? I said, girl, I'm ready to leave this country. And she was like, girl, Costa Rica. I was like, what? I was like, girl, you don't know what you just did. So I did my research and I found, but here's the thing. I had already planned to come visit Costa Rica. This was vacation. I had did my research then and thought to myself, I love this country. It's beautiful. Never thought of it in terms of living, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't looking at it for that. However, I started doing my research. I fell in love with the way the world is out there, and I felt like I really need to make this happen. I made this happen literally in 2 weeks. Like my decision has been made. I stick to it. I desperately want out of the cage that I'm in here. There's a lot of disgusting habits, you know. And when you come to this decision that you want to leave the box that you're in, you start to really look around and see the atmosphere in which you're in, and you start to really see it for what it is, you know. And everyone is a hamster in the United States, and we're running every day doing the same doggone thing. I'm not a 9-to-5 person. I never had that personality. I consider a lot of myself, actually, and my time. I did a lot of mathematical work, and I figured the amount of money we make, the taxes that they take out of our money, that's the time that we're worth. And we don't get that. That money goes to a whole bunch of other things that got nothing to do with us. And on top of that, they keep on printing more and more money that doesn't mean anything. And eventually the dollar is going to collapse. And it's going to happen soon. But by that time, I already want to be established, living somewhere else, because I feel something is coming. And they're already prepping the police officers for that. And the soldiers for that, too. I have family in the military and in the police force. And they're training them to see us, whether it's children, women, men, as a threat. Just look at the scenarios that they've been doing in terms of the people who've been I guess coming in and dropping bombs. Women with babies strapped to their chest, but bombs strapped around them too. Little kids with bombs strapped around their waist. So what they're doing is that they're creating a target point for people to not feel safe, and showing you that it could be any imposter, anyone could be a threat. You know what I mean? So reasons like that, and the food, of course. When I went to Jamaica, the chicken wings are about this size. Okay, you come back to the U.S., you're looking at Thanksgiving chicken. You know, the chicken look like a dang on turkey, and I'm sitting here saying that this doesn't even make sense. But a person who doesn't travel won't know or see that, and a lot of people back home, they say Black people don't travel. So you'll find, I know what you guys experience when you go out of the country, a lot of people looking like, oh, you Black, huh? And you traveling out here? Oh, you doing it big. And the reality is that a lot of us are open-minded that way, and we are traveling and seeing the world, and we are making our own mark. I just have a million and one reasons I can give you guys. That will take us all night. We ain't got that kind of time though.
That's great.
You know.
Good.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's a spiritual reason for me. I also want to be able to find land where I can meditate. Bury some of my crystals so they can be able to get the earth's energy. So I can be able to restore that within myself and in my environment. My daughter is a crystal baby. She is, it scares me a lot of times because she's very open. You know what I mean? Like she trusts everybody. She says hello. She just wants to make everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of thing can scare one person like me who lives back here because she's found the wrong person. You don't know what they're thinking. I want to be able to open up my backyard and my daughter can go run and play, and I don't have to worry about anything. It's stressful for me to be worrying about things that are happening here. And I'm a control freak, so I'm always going to be trying to, control everything. So it's just, this is a long awaited thing for me.
You'll get broken from probably when your first 30 days.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, you were saying something. I tend to jump in there sometimes.
I said you'll get broken from your control.
When I come out there, right? I know. But I'm excited.
I'm excited. Make your own.
Yes.
Make your own food. Costa Rica waiting on.
Really?
Yes.
That's a fact.
Wow. To comment on they're called the bays, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that people that I know love when we watch your video, the video of you guys, the bays was on there, and they were saying that one of the things that they love out from, that you guys don't have to worry about is when you see the red lights flashing. You ain't gotta worry about them coming after you. And that's a big problem out here. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're creating right, exactly. They're creating more checkpoints here now. They're killing our black kids, the boys for any reason. Mm-hmm. You know, black people are intimidating, so they're using that as a reason to shoot them down. You know, and it's happening in our doorsteps. It's too close to home.
I would don't want to be active. They want to celebrate holidays. And these type of things on the regular. Why would you keep celebrating these with yourself? So you colonize we got
right.
It's small.
Well,
it's like an echo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
Maybe the reason when you have 4 people, they haven't worked out.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Oh, okay. So I also wanted to put it out there too. This is better for me to put it out there while I'm on here. Since I will be making my my venture to Costa Rica February 9th. If anyone needs anything from the U.S. that they can't seem to get their hands on in Costa Rica, by all means, you can
take it to the group, babe. We're live.
Oh, okay. So I can text it to the group. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this thing. So yeah, I will definitely put that in there. Other than that, I just can't even wait to get out here. Like you don't even. Yeah, actually I do. I'm just under a lot of pressure, guys. Right now, but I do have a million questions actually. One of them is pretty much okay. I'm looking at pretty much the rent in which I want to pay. You know what I'm saying? I had questions about that. I got all the houses made out of wood out there.
See, that's a great looking question.
Yeah.
Not all of them, right?
Yeah, most of them.
Okay, most of them. Okay, so do you guys have a lot of like?
Okay, so
Okay, so they're not the whole.
Not like a law firm. Not like a law firm.
Oh, okay. Is there a lot of? Oh, okay. The bays. I want to bring a pit bull down. I looked at Costa Rica's rules. They don't have any rules against banning any particular dog.
It's not Costa Rica. It's not Costa Rica. Pit bulls are everywhere. It's the airline. It's the airline.
Right. Okay.
So you have to choose the airline to buy them. Not only bulls, because they have the
Would you happen to know what airlines actually does allow you to travel with pets?
all of them allow you to travel. You have to find the one that matches your price.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
and Delta is the only one that has a program. Side. There are more than just Delta.
Okay. So I'll look into that then. Because I'm considering purchasing a pit bull for my little one, only because I feel like it will be like a nice companionship for her to have as we make this venture. Because what kind of I'm taking her away from, I guess, the environment that she knows, supposed mostly.
They have pit bulls here. Make sure you train your dog. The Costa Rican dog. The American dog.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. I'm gonna bring my American dog. Thank you.
If you're bringing a dog, if you're bringing a dog, you want to consider the quarantine. Even if there's a lot of times, even if there's laws and dogs for quarantine, the different
quarantine dog. I'm sorry, you said I need to bring a quarantine dog. Is that what you said?
Right. Yes. Well, to make sure that your dog is not bringing any. So that to make sure that your dog is not bringing any. Yeah, when they're gonna hold the dog.
Oh.
Yeah, when they're gonna hold the dog. Because when I went overseas, I thought about taking the humane society rules, but basically the humane society name, hold the dog, make sure they're vaccinated, make sure they don't have anything, make sure they're not infected.
We're gonna end
Yes.
because we have echo.
Sure.
So you get off, and we'll see better, and we'll better from there.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your question.
Sure.
Not voice. We wanted. Oh, I thought that we were.
Okay, don't worry. Everybody click refresh.
Click refresh. Oh, okay. What the heck is that now?
You don't.
Oh, I don't have to. Oh, call is ended. Oh, wait a minute. I'm up top screen now. What's happening? Okay. Hey, Travis. There we go. I'm here.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Is that better?
Oh, much.
Don't mind me squinting, guys. I ain't got my reading glasses, so I'm a mess.
Okay.
Me too, girl. Look, that's what I'm using. Otherwise, people probably think I'm high when I'm broadcasting without them, because I'm like
You
this.
hear that now? Don't judge. I do like to hit the green every so often.
I'm just getting 2 seconds from the computer. I'm just right up
I'm
close.
going to what's it called? Viejo, Puerto Viejo. Am I saying that right? I'm coming for that.
You gonna love the Black Beach. Yeah. Oh my God. Look, I'm not gonna psych you up no more. I ain't gonna psych you up no more.
When do you get here, Grace?
February 9th.
Oh, February 9th. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to give myself some time to collect that tax money too. You know that this government owed me. I'm adding that on. Oh yeah, I'm taking everything I can take for the year.
Okay, and so Grace, really, thank you. I want to get back to our featured guest because we have very little time left.
Okay.
Grace, we will all be connected with you. She's going to be in Brothers and Sisters of Central America. Thank you for jumping on real quick. I just want to get some ending thoughts from Sisters Overseas, April, and we'll be talking to you soon, Grace. Okay.
Peace.
Good luck, Grace.
Thanks. This is.
April.
Hey,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yay!
Okay, now, do you have any last thoughts about being over abroad, traveling overseas? Anything that you'd like to share that could give some good information to our listeners and our audience?
Yeah, we call it nuggets. Any nuggets?
Nuggets, great. I got a bunch of them. So I got some data because I'm a numbers and a stats person. So just, as African Americans, we spend $40 billion annually on travel. People who are earning $75,000 a year or more, only about 70% have a passport, but only a third of them travel abroad 3 times a year. And some people, about 10%, travel internationally at least once a month. American travelers spend $112.4 billion while traveling in foreign countries. So we have money and we are willing to spend it. So don't let anybody talk you out of your dreams. Just go do it. Just get started. Just get a passport. Just go to Google. So we're just trying to work out here and, partner with you guys. And I think we're finally at a point, I hope, we got the college kids raging against the machine, protesting politically. I've noticed that a lot of just music and entertainment and kind of things that I'm kind of taking in, that everybody's kind of on a movement to be better and do better. And I think we should all just join in. I mean, you got Black Girls Run, people are out here running. You got Outdoor Afro, people are climbing mountains. You got the Black Skiers, people are hitting the slopes. There's a lot of life out here. And once you realize you can go get it, then you can get your mind right. You can relax. You can be better at your job. You can rage against the machine. You can say, I'm not about that 9-to-5 life no more, and jump up and move to Costa Rica. So, let's just, our message is, let's just do it.
Our mission is what did you say?
Let's just do it. Let's just get out here. And our hashtag is on our way to everywhere. And so that's what we end everything on our way to everywhere.
Can you, if people wanted to get in contact with you, can you give us some of your information?
Sure. You can follow us on Twitter at Sisters Overseas. It's all one word. You can see some of our photos. We're on Instagram at Travel Rookies. If you want to reach out directly and have, longer questions or need some more info and something a little more in depth, we have an email address, which is onourwaytoeverywhere@gmail.com. And then, Keisha and I and Chandra and Cassandra are always available. We kind of all monitor the Twitter, and we all kind of share the duties of the Instagram. So we're always up and available to answer questions, and we're trying to just pass along the information and kind of just get out here in these streets.
And April, if you can type all of that information that you just said over in the comments, that way we can have that on the recording. How you get in contact with the group Sisters Overseas. And I'm so very happy that we were able to connect with you and be able to. Salah is saying she's happy that she was able to connect with you as well.
Oh, and thank you guys so much for having us. This is our first major platform. We're so excited.
And everybody,
make sure you come back. Don't just let this be the only time. Just we're here every Thursday, and just come back and join combo.
Oh no, we definitely. Oh, definitely. No, I want to talk to Grace when she gets down there with you guys, and really kind of. I think she's the perfect person to kind of go through that whole. How did you just get started? Like, let's do it.
Exactly, I think so too, and also just even having her on to say what the steps is that she took. So that's something that I'm definitely going to be talking to Grace about, and having her on a future show. And then also we're going to get some more of the Sisters Overseas. The other half of you, the other 3/4 of you were.
Okay, we got the other 3/4.
So I definitely want to hear their points of view, and it'll be something good for the audience as well. But again, does anybody have any anything in closing that they want to say?
The church is silent. Then we're
Let the church.
We said amen.
But the doors of the church are now open.
The doors of the church are open. Is there one? Is there one who wants a passport
Is there
today?
one?
That's,
one.
that's hilarious.
I think
You
we're
got
going
that
to
down
start
right.
doing that. We might start closing
Yeah,
out
yeah.
exactly
That's
like
how we're
that.
doing.
I like the doors of the church are now open when we have one that would like to come up and try this overseas thing.
Yeah.
That's right. I love
See your
it.
passport. Let me-
Right.
Yeah,
Let me see
That is
your passport.
fantastic. Thank you guys so much. If you want to connect with us, check us out at Young Black Expats on Twitter. You can also reach us on Facebook, Young Black Expats living in Costa Rica, and our website, www.youngblackexpats.com. Also, if you are moving to Costa Rica and you have a move date, you can look up Brothers and Sisters of Central America. And if you, we have a lot of people that I see are requesting to join. You have to contact LaTanya, Smokey, me, somebody. Mitch, let us know what your date is, because we can't just open the group unless we know what your move date is. And then once we know that information, we'll go ahead and approve your request to get in.
And in case if you, in case if you need, also LaTanya does coaching too. I think she got off, but.
Yeah, I think that they accidentally went off because their thing said audio. So
Okay.
so once you connect with us, we can give you all the information of everything else. So thanks again.
Thank you so much.
This is our last one for the year. It's been great. Looking forward to seeing everyone in 2016. And thanks again, Sisters Overseas. April, we'll be chatting with you very soon.
Bye.
Yes, thank you for having us. Merry Christmas, joyous Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah.
Absolutely.
If you want to
Have a
celebrate,
good
do
one.
it,
Take
do
care.
it big.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
LaTanya just jumped on.